So in general, and this question kind of summarizes, your research discusses the freedom of self-expression in VR, and how does this
Mm.
align with the theory that societal emotional suppression, especially for men, would drive them to seek these kind of emotional outlets in VR specifically?
Mm. So the survey specifically, I mean, we did have instances where we had, let me get to it, where, for example, male users, why did they use feminine appearance? They did mention like to be liberated from the idea of what it implies to be a male user, for example, right? Similarly, for
Mm.
female users who used masculine presenting avatars, um,
Mm.
it kind of goes in both instances. I think social codes and social hegemonic norms, they do limit and impose certain ways we have to act to achieve a certain level of, let's say, comfort in a sense in society. We do
Conformity.
know, yeah, because if you do not act a certain way, you can express yourself, but it does come with certain implications, which can be, reduced, possibilities of maybe even work or acceptance from the outside, or even like instances of violence being targeted towards you. That's, I think, the issue with our societies in general. The virtual worlds, they are new in a sense, but it is a continuity of internet, and we do know that in online games, this desire to also sometimes portray characters that were completely of a different appearance, or even non-human or elf or whatever, sometimes could also come from this desire not only to be better at a game or for tactical reasons, but also to kind of escape this social constraints of life. Something very similar, fantasy books. A lot of people identify with certain characters. A lot of, for example, me as a
Mm.
female reader, I identify quite often with the morally grey male characters, because it's something that I just cannot be in my daily life, right? It's a kind of escapism, but it can be like in a negative and positive manner. And I think we do see it here in virtual spaces, but it's not something new. It has existed for long periods of time. It has preceded technology. Think of just like books and poems and everything that preceded theater. I mean, Shakespeare
Oh, yeah.
had so many roles. That kind of questions the hegemonic gender norms and expectations. So yeah, I think it just demonstrates that hundreds of years later, no matter the medium, no matter the space, no matter the culture, the hegemonic norms do hurt certain individuals and societies and cultures. Not sure
Well
if I answered.
said.
I'm so sorry for my answers. I sometimes go into roundabout.
No, this is great.
It's
No.
good. It's good.
Yeah.
In order to that, I think avatar expression has how can I say two aspects. Avatar is sometimes identity expression, and avatar also has the aspect as a fashion, and the balance depends on the person. Yeah. In my case, the weight of the balance as the identity is super strong. And for example, in these answers, number three, this is absolutely related to identity, to be another person in the virtual world. But for number one and well, this one, yeah, because they have more options. This is fashion reasons. So the balance depends on the person, community, everything. So yeah, the variety is shown on this report, I believe.
And I would also have to say that we should not think that the virtual world has found a way to, surpass and go beyond the gender binaries and the fact that we judge people based on their appearances. No, we still do that. we still judge people based on their avatar appearance. We still judge people. There's still 11 I cannot speak anymore. You have to conform to certain expectations, right? And for example, just this to fit with others because there are more options. This shows clearly, you still you're using an avatar for different appearance to you, not only based for you're a male, you're a feminine presenting avatar, but then it's also to fit with others because others are using the same avatars and you want to be part of this community. So then you have to use a similar avatar to be part of this community. So we still see that, we're humans. We all, by changing where we express ourselves, we were not going to have a completely different mentality. There's going to be some links. So we still see that, this virtual space did not exactly, let's say, completely deal with the issues of the sociocultural expectations and hegemonic norms. They're still reproduced differently to different extents, but also in the virtual space.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying as I'm using an avatar with a micro short, but hey.